Hey guys, welcome back to the stream. Seems like ah, better. It's been a while since my last stream, about a year or two. Uh, but let's continue where we left off. Well, almost where we left off, since the YouTube video I uploaded 2 years ago had progress a little bit further away from the results we have now. It looks nice, but I'm planning on deleting the whole bottom part. I personally think this is... Yeah. It was supported for a small breadboard, but in the 2 years I've been gone, I have owned multiple large form factor breadboards. So I'm gonna make support for these. I hope it's universal, but I don't really know. But we'll find out. So for starters, this specific part can be deleted. Yes, that one we're gonna delete. Or better yet, don't delete it. Let us edit this part. So those on the back is something I keep because of some oh, yeah, that's fine. The holes on the back were created for some parts I use for feet. They're kind of rubber feet. Kind of rubber feet, but that's not. Let's not remove that part because it makes my life easier to just keep it in. So for starters, I'm gonna remove the cutout over here because this is no longer needed. If I'm completely honest, I have absolutely no idea why I put those holes there. Since this is for a misspelled breadboard holder, but that's that's not important right now. So it seems like I did the sides and then I did a fill in the middle with 5.3. That's quite a lot, but I think I did that to support the feet. Well, it's neglectable in my eyes. So for starters, I'm planning to edit this part and make this 5.3 as well. Over here, 5.3. Can't I just... Apparently not. Oh, that's fine. It's possible I'm gonna make some weird movements inside of SolidWorks, since I've been using Fusion 360 for a few months now. It's not gonna be my daily driver. I found out in a few weeks actually. It has some perks, but I have 6 years experience with SolidWorks by now. I'm not gonna say a professional at SolidWorks because I've always used it for simple tasks like designing parts like these. But Fusion 360 has some use. It's fine so far. Don't get me wrong. I would use it as if I had to, but it's just not for me. I did like the parameter feature. I heard SolidWorks does has an own variation of this. I didn't look into that yet, to be honest. It's just that Fusion 360. I like the isolated environments for the parts, and that's not something Fusion 360 is. It's not supposed to work like that for Fusion 360, and that's fine. It's possible, but like I said, it's not really supposed to, and it's just I'm quite used to SolidWorks 360. SolidWorks 360. That sounds cursed. I'm quite used to SolidWorks, so I'm gonna keep this as my my standard software. But this is quite boring talk. So let's continue to designing. So the first things first. I need to know what size my breadboard is, and it seems like it's longer than my. Oh, I about that one. I think I heard something about a way to measure distance longer than reported, but I never looked into how that exactly worked. Oh well. Let me just open it. I want to use some old. I found a ruler. Alright. It's about 16.4 centimeters. That's fine by me. I'm always since I'm planning to design a margin of error, uh, I don't really mind the fact that it's a little bit longer. Alright, the 16.4 centimeters, if I'm correct. So, since it's 16.4, 164. Alright. And now I'm gonna measure the width. The design I'm thinking of is gonna that it's gonna remove some of the size of the breadboard, but I'm planning to make some sort of clamp kind of holder. I can use the double tape every breadboard has on the backside, but I'm not sure if I would like that. You know what? I think I'm gonna keep my original design plans, since I'm gonna use a lot of extra material to resolve a problem that isn't actually a problem. So it would be kind of useless to do this. So I'm gonna edit this extrusion. and I do think it looks nicer if it falls inside a little bit. So I think the 15 I had before was quite perfect. I'm gonna put back that 150. I'm gonna return the 15 I had before. So now I have to see what the wall was for 8 millimeters. So that means that if I'm gonna turn to the... Alright, just have to edit this. And since I innerline, there's no problem. Alright, I was thinking too difficult. Sorry, it's been a while. Alright, so let's see. It seems I designed it to support breadboards of 45.4. But this particular one is about 54.4. Let's make it 55. Just for some headroom. I'm also planning to add some here. So let's do 166. And here we do since it's 54, let's do 56. I think that's a little bit too much, if I'm honest. I think 55 is enough. And I think I do keep the extra distance for the length of the board, since I have two different ones in front of me, and the other one seems to be a little bit longer. Quite a bit longer. Maybe I should choose some more headroom, since I'm not entirely sure this is gonna fit actually. 165. This should fit even after printing the part, so I think it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna leave it like this. Alright, so exit sketch, and we're back. So most breadboards have like some of those little knots on the side. They seem to be around the same distance, so I'm gonna remove some of those knots, so it's just gonna fit. So we open a sketch, and what I do is gonna keep it simple. Well, I'm gonna keep it simple for me, and that's just one straight line. Now it's just, how far should I go? 2 seems fine, but I want to be sure. I think that if I... Oh, sorry, I hit my microphone. Yeah, that should be fine. So 2 millimeters. Much much is this? Let's do 5. So 5, 5, and another 5. So now I want to center it. Is this point centered? I'm not sure to be. So I'm gonna do this. Ah, there's the center, and we do 0. Seems fine. Alright, now I have to measure the distance from the side. Alright, so on this one the depths are 4.3. That means 2.15. No. This minus 2.15. So it says it's about 12.8. So 12.8. However, I didn't measure the other side. If it's about the same distance, I'm fine with this one. Perfection isn't really a thing, so I'm not... looks fine enough. So I'm gonna keep it like this. Alright. And perfect. 10.65, right? Yes. Copy. Nope. 60. This looks fine. So now I'm gonna cut through the parts. They're all selected. Blind. Scroll up to up to surface. Select surface. And now we have the desired matches. So this looks simple. I think I'm gonna design a breadboard. So the reason I want to design the breadboard is just for the end product. It looks nice. I don't have a better reason than just that it looks nice. So top plane sketch. We're gonna center the part. I do not like the setting. Let me just change one of my settings. Units. I'm Dutch. I'm not American, so I want to use the normal measures. 0. It's possible there's an easier way to center the parts. The only thing is, this is the only way I know to center the parts. And since I personally don't think it's very difficult or a lot of moves, that's the reason I choose to just keep it like this. But if there's an easier way, like Fusion 360, where you have the button to just select 2 parts with the center point on, do let me know in the comments. I'm curious. All right. So the width of the breadboard is about 54.8. 54.8. The length. Length did I choose for this? 165? Let me measure. Sure. 165. Seems fine. 165. Alright. The thickness of this part is about 9.7. 9.7. Notches. I think it's smart if I add notches. No, I'm gonna add the notches later. For no good reason, to be honest, but I do think it's a little bit easier. And they're not completely up to the top. So extrude pulse. And then with my short-term memory, I forgot what thickness was again. I forgot. I have to remeasure. My apologies. Alright, 9.7. 9.7. Nice. So now I'm gonna notches the back. This time I'm gonna start with the center line, since that works a little bit easier. All right. So don't know what the actual width is of the notches. So I'm gonna come back to that one later. Yeah, this is one of the smart moves. Now, this is centered. Oh, I just remembered I did something stupid. I have to edit my design from the earlier part in a minute, since the notches are 10.8 from the side, which is fine. However, I took the exactly those measures. I put this exact same measures within the holder, so that means that I'm gonna hit the sides. That's the easy way to explain this. I'm just gonna hit the sides, and of course I don't want to hit the sides. So these notches are, if I'm correct, 4.3. Alright, so now I can put in the real height of these things. Or the nearest 1.6. Alright, and now just the back. Let's do 4.25. It's not the most important part. I'm not gonna bother with the other side. Why shouldn't? Because if I'm I can select. Right, let's try some. If I just select this, right, now I extrude. Oh, I do cut. For in Fusion 360, this is exactly the same button for both. Now I'm doing offset from surface. This blind. And this is about 1.5. All right. So 1.5. Well, how beautiful. Looks ugly, but how beautiful. Should have done an offset from the sides. But I'm too lazy for that, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna bother. So it has a lot of those holes in the top, and well, if you don't know the feature, I guess it's nice to know it. Oh, there's a groove in the middle. Let's start with the groove. So now we're gonna select the side. We're gonna add a groove. So we'll center this. I have to that already quite centered, so let's try this again. 0. So the groove has a width of 2. The depth of 3, yes? Oh, it's 2.5. About 2.5. It doesn't really matter. So 2.5. Now we're gonna root cut and up until surface. Now we have the groove. Biggest reason I wanted the groove is for ease, I guess. So we're gonna open a new sketch. Now I want this center line. Since we're gonna use multiple functions, we're starting with just a little cube where it wasn't. Oh, square. So the square is like 1.5 by 1.5. It's fine by me. Oh. Now I just want to know the distance between them. And if I know the location of the first pin, the rest is gonna be easy. Since the spacing is equal to all of them. Isn't this something just Google? Easy route or difficult route? I'm gonna go the difficult route. I'm gonna go the easy route. This. Breadboard in spacing. All right. It's in inches. I'm so happy. All right. Oh, okay. How should I know what 1 inch is? 0.1 inch. Oh, 2.54. Alright, so the spacing between them is 2.54. So now I just need to know the distance for the starting position. I wouldn't be surprised if this is 2.5. It really looks like it's just 2.54. Not from the sides though. However, from this side, seems like we have a start position. Oh, never mind. Since I designed it like this, it's I'm afraid it's not really gonna work. Well, at least I know this one is 2.54. I think it's 2.54 from this part. I'm just gonna choose it. So we're starting with this linear sketch. So I want to go 2 rows and I want to flip the direction. This one. Spacing is 2.54 for both of them. The wire. And this one, they're always 5. So 5. This seems too small, but it's not impossible. I actually think this is correct, if I'm completely honest. If I do 5 times this, I'm gonna 12.7. If this is about 12. Looks correct. Okay, we're continuing. Luckily for me, they put pin numbers on my breadboard, which means that I can easily read out how many pins there are. This is absolutely. If only the spacing was a little bit better, right? Quite settling. This is 0, 5, 60, 61, 62, 63. Quite a lot. 63. How beautiful. It's 63, not 64. So, this is what I want. Sketch containing a large number of relations, displaying relations. Like to turn off. This is something I don't see a lot, but I think I'm gonna say yes, since this number is gonna double which means I have 630 of these. So let's choose to turn it off, since I'm not completely sure if my computer can handle this. So now we're gonna select all of these. Give it some time. I quite honestly hope it's not gonna crash, since I actually don't know it's gonna crash. Oh, it didn't crash. Mirror entities. And now I just have to select this one. Check. And now I have all the holes. So, of course, we need to add the plus and the positive and negative rows. However, this specific sketch, I'm planning to finish this one with the main reason that I don't know if my computer can handle more of this, since it wants to crash. But it wants to crash quite badly. So it's tap. Let's make it 6. It's good enough. Cut. How beautiful. It looks kind of bad, if I'm completely honest. Since, well, it's quite obvious the holes are supposed to be smaller, and it's just for the idea. It's not that important. So I could add the positive and the negative rows, but at the same time, I think it may be a little bit of a waste of time. So just for myself, I'm gonna do plastic and low gloss. I want see-through clear plastic. Oh. Looks good. The transparency is a little bit too high for my liking. I think that was. I'm just gonna leave it like that. So now I'm gonna save it. Seems like you guys can see that. Right. Is it gonna save it online? I don't want it. This specific license of SolidWorks, I'm not using it. Well, I bought it yesterday, so it's quite new for me. Locked. Alright. Let me see if it's saved locally, because I don't see here. Let me just see what happens. Oh, weird. You guys can see pictures. Alright. Let me save it again. Save as new. Save to disk computer. That's what I want. I don't like the save it online stuff. That's not my cup of tea. It works. If I'm completely honest, Fusion 360, it was quite nice when it was saved online because ease of access, but at the same time, when this license expires, I don't want to lose all my projects. I'm not 100%. I don't know for sure if I'm gonna keep buying this license. So I want at least to be sure I don't lose my projects. And that's the difficult one, if I'm complete. When you put it online, it's a difficult one to be sure of. So I'm just gonna delete this one. Now if I do this, oh, I made another mistake. It is what it is. That's another reason why it's nice to have props, since if you make a mistake, you can see it if your prop is made correctly. If you don't do that, if you choose not to make props, the chances are higher you make a mistake. And fixing it after the fact is quite a pain. That depends on the project. With this particular one and my Bambu Lab P1S 3D printer, it's not that big of a deal. But 2.15. But it's still a waste of materials, if you ask me. Also, another thing is, I chose the difficult way, since you can just make this a formula, since this is 4.3 divided by 2 plus the size of the side, which was 12.8. And now you don't have to calculate anything. It does it for you. I don't know why I chose the hard way to calculate it, but that's something I'm used to, I guess. So I want to make this a bit bigger, 2.2, since the spacers are like 1.4 something. I prefer to keep a little bit too much instead of too less. Not enough. Sorry for screwing over you guys' language. By now I own a reasonable English vocabulary, but speaking in a Dutch country, I don't use it that often. So talking with you guys at least helps me a little bit to make my English vocabulary of pronunciation a little bit better. Alright, so I'm gonna save this part. What is this locking? As new revisions will... I have no idea what it's... Save as... And save. From now on, I'm gonna take another route to do this, since I need to find, if I'm completely honest, there are some things I still need to find out about the software. Like I said, I bought it recently, and where? Huh? If I'm completely honest, I'm confused. Insert components. Why don't give me components to select? Insert. Did I change this? All right. Sorry guys. Oh, okay. If I'm completely honest, I have absolutely no idea why this isn't working. Normally, I get a list of components open or whatever of a way to select them, and at this point in time, they're not showing up. So I'm gonna take a route. Weird. Alright, this works out well as well, I guess. That was kind of weird. At a later time, I'm gonna find this out. Oh, is it the reason why? I have absolutely no idea why not. Why it didn't work. At moments like this, I'm the kind of guy who just... They changed this. I don't like this. I want a old way how this is supposed to work back, if I'm completely honest. It's been a while, so I don't completely know what they changed, but they changed the way mating works, and I'm not a fan of it. Wait a minute. Let's go for the easy way. Don't want to think about it too much. Hey. Alright. I guess that's... Let's do it like this then. Why oh why? I don't actually know. I've measured this distance of both. Let me see. Is the distance from this to this over here? If I look at it, I don't see anything particular. I'm still gonna make this like this. I don't really care about that part. The spacing from those two are correct. So the spacing from this one is too little, or over here it's too much. If I look at it, I think I'm screwed over this one. So let's go back to the drawing. Alright. This drawing. Oh, look at that. That should fix it. Also a way to switch between them. This is not the one I'm searching for. Better. Now it's clipping to the other side. And that's also not supposed to happen. But I guess that's because of the headroom I gave it over here. This one has some room to go to the left. However, this one is against the wall. So did I give it too much? Doesn't seem like it, if I'm completely honest. Who knows, maybe I screwed it up at the both of them. So let's take a look at this one. So the notches are added over here, where both of them are 2.8 here to here. It's not a breadboard if I look at it. I don't think I should look here any further. Okay. Edit part. Where's the side? Oh, we should do that. They changed the way this works, and it's quite annoying. I have to figure this out again, if I'm honest. That's quite annoying. I'm gonna do this the old way. Since I only just to find out what they did. Let's see. Both in the middle. Shouldn't be a problem. That was it clipping again. Definitely SolidWorks did. Alright. Guess that happens when you edit and try to look at. Well, I guess if I'm looking at spacing, this would happen. You know what? If I make the cut-ins on both sides a little bit bigger, from 5 to 6 on all parts, then there shouldn't be any problem left. Then, well, the problem is at this point while designing already here. That means there's a high possibility it's gonna be a big problem later on. So let's just make this 7. Most important part is that it fits. Right. I really need to figure this out. They changed the way they completely changed the way the save button works. Its default is now save it to the cloud, and I'm not gonna save it to the cloud. To be fair, with this particular part, it's not a big of a deal, but I'm not gonna do it. Let's see. This is a little bit better. Now I have to change the mate. There. To options. Maybe just a feature they turned off, but I do think it's quite annoying. Since there is supposed to be a list with all the mates and shit like that on the side, and it's gone, and it really annoys me. Let's see if it's a bug or something else. I'm gonna reopen this part. Hope for the best. This is the assembly. Work. How annoying. Show me everything. Well, that's quite annoying. How do I remove a mate I can't see? Let me just Google this. This is annoying. I get the feeling that it's not supposed to be gone. So Uh, let's see if I do this. Maybe I can. Why isn't this just showing everything? That's bloody annoying. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. You're not gonna tell me I close it. I moved it by accident. Do that. Not too much. Exploded views. This is what I'm looking for. Wait, did I got it back. I don't know why it disappeared, but it's back. Wait. If I'm gonna push this X, it's disappearing, right? Oh, what a pain. What an absolute pain. Show hidden components? No. Feature manager. Showing. Oh, right. What's with the Chinese? I think I understand. I pushed the F9 button since that's my button to end streams, and there's a chance this was open while doing that. Well, we can continue our journey. My apologies for the absolute pain, suffering we had to go through, but now I can delete this one. Yes, thank you very much. Let's continue our work. If I do this and this, can I center it? Ah, this is what was gone. Thank you. I'm quite happy now. I'm actually I'm kind of missing metric plane. How do you use? Oh, here, profile center. That's what I want. And right, this doesn't seem. I'm completely honest. It's not something I use a lot, so. Perhaps I'm choosing the wrong parts to center profiles. What if we out center this? Well, that doesn't do it. Metric. I'm able to select them. Well, this doesn't seem to work. I'm looking bad at this link. Now I'm just gonna lock it in place. Here. Just lock it. It's going nowhere. Sometimes it's just the easiest solution. Give me a moment. Got absolutely no clue what I'm doing. I'm trying to edit something. Wait. Oh. Doesn't. Well, it seems like it was the easiest solution. Alright, let's continue. So, we're an hour in and we don't have shit. But that's alright, Since now, I need a locking mechanism. I'm not really sure I want to lock it on the sides. Since I'm initially made it for an Arduino Uno, it would be the how did these things? Let me take a look at my Arduino Uno. Well, there was one on my desk. Oh, it's still on my desk. Let me see. We're just gonna put it on the side and we're gonna move it over. The nicest would be if it would be universal. Now here's the thing. I personally would like it if it would be movable. However, then I should think of a locking mechanism. There are multiple ways to do this. The way I prefer to use is, to be honest, just by using a small screw. But I'm not sure if that's the most popular opinion. So I could also use a slide mechanism. But I'm also not sure if I like the thought of that. You know what, guys? For a first stream in 2 years, I think I'm gonna leave it at this for now. I'm gonna think of a locking mechanism, and I'm planning to do a follow-up stream as soon as possible. I'm planning to upload this to YouTube. Please let me know what you guys think of the stream. I know it's not high quality at the moment. The best is probably my microphone quality, but yeah, I still hope you guys liked this stream. So thank you guys for participating. For the guys over on YouTube, if you actually get to the end of the stream, I'm highly impressed. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a nice day, and see you later.